come on through, y'all. Come on through. All right. We are so excited to be back today, are we not? Yes, yes, and yes, it is day 15 of our daily dose of vitamin D3 and our 21-day daily 21-day live stream challenge, vertical live stream challenge, okay? Hey, happy Monday to you. I hope you have had the most amazing, magnificent, magical day. We're going to be talking about revenue generating activities, hunty, okay? Because it's all about making the shmoney, all about making the money, honey, today. That's what we're doing. So come on in the room, share this message out, share this broadcast, bring more people in, bring more people in. We're going to be talking about if you are busy being busy in business, if you are working hard for the money, but you're not seeing the fruits of your labor, you're not seeing a return on the investment for your the time, the money, the effort, the energy that you're putting into it, then girl, we need to talk, right? Because at the end of the day, we are talking about making money, right? We are selling a service or a product to a consumer in exchange for the moolah, the dinero, okay? So that's what we're talking about today. Now, here's the deal. Lots of times women entrepreneurs, especially newbies, but some seasoned ones as well, are busy being busy working in the trenches of their business, not necessarily working on the right things on their business. And so today we'll be talking about what exactly should you be working on? What are the generating activities? What are the revenue generating activities? What are the income producing activities? What are they? What should I be doing? Well, what I can tell you it ain't is the time consuming, tedious task that's keeping you busy, bogged down, and burnt out. Okay. It is not all the emails. It is not scrolling through the feeds. It is not being on social media. It is not, checking the news and the weather. It is not chit chatting and, just kind of here and there, being around here and there. No, we've got to get to the money. We've got to focus on be narrow-minded almost and focused on the things that's going to move the needle, okay? So what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, that means things like, okay, let me just give you a snapshot of what my schedule looks like so that you can think about this and how you can incorporate something like this for yourself, okay? So the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, and I get up pretty early, I am an early riser, is I give the first part of the day to myself. Nobody touches that. I'm not sending out text messages. I'm not on no phone. I'm not checking the weather or stocks. I'm not watching the news. I'm not looking at TV. I haven't watched TV in years anyways. I don't even, I don't have cable or direct TV or whatever. None of that. I am giving time to myself. Top of the morning, I am giving myself to God. I am, giving myself my time to just me, focusing on the things to get my mind and my energy right. Okay. So what does that mean? That means I am, praying, I am meditating, I'm reflecting, I'm journaling, I'm exercising, I'm listening to stimulating conversations on podcasts. I am, I'm doing all of that. I'm eating a healthy meal. I'm taking a nice hot shower. I'm, doing my affirmations. I'm doing all of that first, okay? First, top of the morning for the first 3 or so hours. Then I block off my days for the whole year. Every day it's clockwork. I block my time off from 9 to 12, and then from 9 to 12, and then 1 to 6. Okay, let me tell you what I'm doing with that time. Here's the thing. The first thing I'm doing when I wake up is I am making, or I already talked about when I wake up, so I don't start work before 9 o'clock, okay? So when I start 9 o'clock working, I'm hitting the ground running on the things that's going to make me the money, okay? Now, I understand if you don't have a team or an assistant yet, and if you're working a full-time demanding corporate position, then that can be challenging. I get that, okay? I've been there. I know that you are starved for time and you don't have a lot of energy. And that is why it's important to find time in the crevices of your day and do time blocking, which I have a video about this on my main feed. Okay, if you want to check that out, managing your time and managing your energy and how to, actually work those things in that you need to do to make money while you're working a job without burning out. But so, okay, going back to my 9 to 12. So in the 9 to 12 span, I check the email one time. I am only scanning those emails for the most important emails, okay? Because I'm inundated with a bunch of emails, and I'm not trying to look at and answer all of the emails that don't do anything for me, right? They're not that important right now. So I know that I might get some, just arbitrary emails, right? Or just some random emails. And I know that I have some that are this may be junk mail. I'm not sifting through those, okay? I'm not looking at anything that doesn't have anything to do with me making money. So my team, they already know what times that they can connect with me, and they know when they should not be reaching out to me unless it's urgent. They should be taking care of the things going on in the background so I can focus on what I've got to be doing as the CEO of my company and the visionary in the face of my brand. So what I am doing is I am looking for, do I have any email follow-ups with regard to any speaking engagements that I'm doing, any joint venture partnerships that I signed up for, any collaborations that I'm working on, okay, any projects that I'm doing. That's what I'm first working on. The next thing I'm looking for is anything that's directly related to consumers or client, right? So any client-facing activities might be in there. So I'm looking for those. I'm just looking for, like I said, the very important emails, doing a quick scan. And if it's not something that needs my attention and needs me to address it right away, I don't, okay? I move on about my day. I give myself no more than 30 minutes to work on those emails, and then I move on to the next task. What are those tasks? I am reaching out to my network from 10 to 2, okay? I block off time from 10 to 2, and the only time I take a break within there is between 12 and 1. Sometimes, depending, it varies a little bit. Sometimes, my schedule can get manipulated depending on what I have going on, but I don't have any like outside activities really going on between 10 to 2. And unless, it's like a networking activity or a social event outside of like the virtual world, right? So in that case, I might have to go, drive to wherever this wherever this in-person event is. So those are some of the things I'm doing. If I have a speaking engagement, it might be planned within that time frame. Sometimes it can't be, scheduled within that time frame. So I might do that within the latter part of the day, maybe from 1 to 5. It just depends, okay? But for the most part, I'm sticking with this rigid schedule, allowing myself some flexibility where there needs to be, all right? Now, then I go through and, I am working on, I might, answer some DMs. If the DMs are, again, about me doing some collaborations with someone, maybe, if someone reached out to me by DM or email or phone call and they wanted to know, if I would be, they wanted to extend an invite to me to be on their podcast, to do like a co-host on their live streams, or, whatever, something to that effect. Okay. So those are the kinds of things I'm working on. And so direct sales. Okay. So any sales as far as corporate contracts, any direct sales as far as direct to consumer. Okay. I'm promoting on social media and on my email list, doing email marketing. I'm promoting any kind of like courses that I have, any mini workshops that I'm doing, any webinars that I'm doing. So, so if I'm doing a webinar, then that's a whole project launch more than likely, right? I don't just do webinars to randomly do webinars, but that is the way in which that I use webinars as my funnel to keep my pipeline strong with leads, okay? You always want to keep leads in your pipeline because it's leads that's feeding your business, right? How? Because the leads lead to clients, right? They're prospects, they're prospective clients that you want to be working with, if they're your ideal client. And if they are, then you want to be nurturing that relationship, and you want to be, promoting to them what what services and what your offerings are, so that, you can help them with whatever their problems are. So these are the kinds of things that's going on between the 10 to 2 o'clock hour. Now, I've been doing these live streams, on a day-to-day basis. So I don't make it my first priority, right? Now, once I have my time for myself for the day, I could potentially do a live stream like before the 10 o'clock hour, but I typically don't, right? But if I did, it's probably going to be within that lunch break hour of mine, right? I might grab a bite to eat or make a smoothie or go grab a smoothie or hot tea and pop, some fruit or something in my mouth. Like I eat light. I keep it light. I just keep myself refueled throughout the day with small bits of, like I do grazing throughout the day so that I'm not full, so I can keep, my energy up and I can keep going, keep moving, because it's making money moves, right? That's what we're doing on Mondays. On Mondays, I'm also doing my marketing. And so for me, in this online space, and for you, if you're in the online space as far as a business owner, you also are creating content. All right. So on Mondays, I am creating content like I'm here with you right now. I'm also creating email content. I'm creating content for posts. And then my social media manager will then, schedule all those out for me, create shorts for me, plaster those everywhere so that it looks like I'm omnipresent when I'm really in the background working on other things. Okay. So I'm not just on social media all day long doing the social media stuff. Like that would never work for me. That would never work for you. So you've got to find your groove. What is your groove? Okay, I've named a lot. What is your groove as far as you, if you're working a 9 to 5 right now, you're not going to have the same schedule that I have, right? This is a luxury that I have right now, right? As a full-time business owner. But if you're still working a 9 to 5, then you want to find what flows well for you. And again, going back to what I said earlier, you're going to have to find the time within the crevices of your day, instead of going to do that water cooler talk that you might be doing now and talking on the phone and texting and emailing and all the other shenanigans. You're going to have to find ways to block off specific time that's dedicated to your income producing or revenue generating activities, because if you don't, you're never going to make the money that you deserve, that you rightfully deserve and should be making by now, consistently and predictably. Okay. And so that is what I do. I teach women just like you, usually Gen Xers, 40 plus women, okay, collectively, but definitely women who are in the corporate arena. Those of you who are successful and established in your corporate careers and you want to transition out, and those of you who are ambitious, high achieving, women entrepreneurs who are ready to build an aligned and profitable online brand and business while prioritizing your health, healing, and happiness. That is what I do. That is my specialty area, okay? So if you need help with breaking some of this down and customizing it and tailoring it to your needs, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find on my main page in the description of any video, to include this one actually, how you can actually work with me. And right now I am still extending out for the holidays. The Friday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I was doing 50% off of my one-to-one coaching sessions. If you want to get in touch with me and tap in and have me help you break this down, give you a blueprint and a roadmap and send you on your way, so that you can hit your revenue goals, transition out of corporate, build an aligned and profitable brand and business, then make sure you do look at the subscription below, click the link, find out which session works for you, reserve a spot, and let's get on a call, okay? There are other ways in which you can work with me as well if you choose to, but those are some of the ways. Right now, like I said, they're half off. Do not ever do prices that low, but I am not for my coaching sessions. But this time around, I want to give you more of an affordable option to work with me if you really need help. Okay, we can get on for an hour and a half, or 2 hours. You've got 3 choices right there from my one-off sessions. It doesn't come with additional support, but we do get to spend very laser focused time on your business and where you are in your, what your goals are, what your aspirations are, what your dreams are, so we can map this out for you and make sure that we're getting you from where you are now to where it is you want to be. Even if it's just the next milestone, we've got to get you to where it is you want to be. Okay. So I hope this has been valuable for you and that, this all made sense to you, because I went through it pretty fast, because I've been trying to keep these videos not as lengthy as I have, because sometimes I always have so much to say. I have so much to share, so much value to give. It's hard for me to just narrow it down into just really bite-sized pieces, like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm typically around the 15 to 30 minute mark, but lately it's been around, 10, 15 to 20 minutes. So I do hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions at all, any clarifying questions needed, any follow-up videos you'd like for me to do, on this specific topic, I'm more than happy to do that for you. Just let me know and I'll do it in one of my other live streams or just specifically a follow-up video and post it on my page, okay? Let me make sure that I don't have any additional questions or questions that I need to ask right now or answer rather right now. We're gonna skip these trolls. Let's see. Okay, what are we talking about here? Okay, so yes. So anyways, we're not gonna, so if you have any follow-up questions while you're watching this on the replay, let me know because I will be addressing only the important questions for the people who really need to know, how to go about this, okay? And the rest of you can keep it moving, keep it pushing, okay? Because that's how we rolling over here. You don't get a voice on my platform, sweetie, all right? So toodles. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.